Actually are an R&D driven pharmaceutical and biotechnology company. We have achieved the status of a global leadership of steroid and hormones APIs, which is currently working at the intersection of two sciences, one the organic chemistry and two the fermentation-based biotechnology. And we have built and maintained a very high quality manufacturing platform with an operational discipline backed up by decades of regulatory inspection across all the major regulatory bodies. And having said that, this deep scientific moat within the chemistry and fermentation that we have developed is now being utilized in creating two new growth engines, one on the so-called complex injectable specialty pharmaceutical side, and two on the large-scale fermentation-based CDMO. And we see now the emergence of Symbiotec 2.0 from here on.
Raghavendra, can you give us a sense of the fund use which you are doing, because you are raising only 150 crores? Give us a sense of the kind of use that you are going to put this 150 crores for.
Sure. Let me also give you a context of what has gone beyond this investments over the last several years. So Anil did talk about investing significantly for two business segments for the future. One is the complex injectable and the other is the CDMO fermentation. Over the last 3 to 4 years, we've invested more than 800 odd crores into this segment. And the good thing is, in the next few years, we will start seeing the revenue and growth coming from all these investments which we have done in the past. Now, this 800 crores is largely funded by internal accruals and partly by debt. As we speak today, roughly we have about 380 crores of net debt as of March 26. And through the IPO proceeds of 150 crores of primary, we expect to reduce this debt to a lower number.
Interesting. Anil, give us a sense of the market. How big is it and how well it is growing? You are into corticosteroids and into steroidal hormone APIs. How big is that market for you? Who are the kind of clients that you supply this API to?
So, of course, Sajid, please understand that steroid hormones as a therapeutic category is very complex, and we offer currently around 60 different molecules from this range, which is one of the highest that a single company offers today in the world. And having achieved the vertical integration status by having the fermentation also as part of our integral manufacturing setup, we have been able to use the farm-based phytosterol, which is essentially a soybean-derived sterols, as a key starting material, and take it through series of fermentation and series of demanding chemistry steps to reach to a therapeutically active APIs, right? It's a complex business, and this feat has been achieved as a one company in India, the only one company in India, and sixth company in the world today that we count ourselves as. And having said that, of course, we've been in this business for over 2 decades from the GMP environment, and we are currently working with 250 customers globally, from the likes of the MNCs and the innovation-led companies, and also large generic pharmaceutical companies. So we are not limited to only generic company supplies, but also it goes to the large pharma as well as the innovation companies. So this is where we have a very sticky customer base spread across all geographies in Northern America, of course the European Union, of course the Japan and the rest of the world, of course India being our market at the same time. We cater to our own country very passionately. So our profile of 250 customers with over 50 different US DMFs that we have filed, our 25 CPs, which is European DMFs that we have filed, and we are still counting in. So it's very complex matrix if you look at it from the customer, products and geography perspective. Hence, this has become an entry barrier, and we believe that having achieved this feat in last 2 decades, it has been very satisfying journey. Of course, now the scientific moat and the knowledge that we have created is being now used in so-called Symbiotec 2.0, where we are trying to build a new generation healthcare company with focusing on the biotech, industrial biotech at the same time.
Give me a sense of the kind of concentration that you have, because your top 5 APIs account for nearly 62% of your revenue. Um, uh, what is the strategy that you have to diversify this risk? Because any impact from a regulatory or a point of view can have a significant impact on your revenues as well.
So look, I think given the nature of the steroid hormone business across the globe, it is, of course, in the hands of top innovation-led and top big pharma companies, right? And of course, they consume most of the APIs of ours. So of course, given the nature that this is in the hands of few innovation companies, few pharmaceutical companies, this has led to, I think, top 5 of our customers represent close to 40 to 50% of our business revenue. This is true. But at the same time, the rest of the 50% come from a much diversified customer base, much diversified geography base. I just told you a while ago that we are catering actually to 250 customers globally, and not a single country in specific is also a very high number. So geography concentration, customer concentration, I think is fairly diversified, but given the nature that some of the big innovation companies have a big consumption and we are one of their preferred suppliers, we continue to supply them. But as I said, using this scientific base and the science and technology and the manufacturing discipline and high quality platform that we use, we are now entering into 2 new areas of growth, which will further diversify and de-risk the shareholders' risk from that point of view. So we are making conscious efforts to diversify into other biopharmaceutical products, and also forward integration is part of our strategy, and we are focusing more on the fermentation. So in the coming years, you will see, as Raghav just explained, that in last few years, on the back of significant capex that we have put in, over 850 crores, will now fructify and get into the revenues in the next few years. And this is where you will see our diversification happening so beautifully.